needs that money.
Hundreds of pairs.
That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah.
Putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company. I'm shopping, spending money, living life. Money made, all my day.
Joe Rogan has responded critically to the new revelations about Floyd Mayweather's bankruptcy, highlighting how excessive spending can ruin even the richest athletes. He pointed out that financial success doesn't excuse avoiding responsibilities like taxes, referencing Mayweather's IRS issues and suggesting that unchecked luxury and poor financial planning lead to collapse.
Owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
it's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No,
It's just neglect to
it's
pay.
neglect, and it's also like I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money that there's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money," and then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more," and he's just like, "That can't be right." I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You could sell those.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legal move against Insider Inc. signals a dramatic turn in his public narrative. At the heart of this defamation claim lies an article that challenges the legitimacy of a colossal $42 million real estate acquisition, allegedly involving the boxing icon. The lawsuit contends that the publication deliberately distorted the facts of Mayweather's business dealings, framing him as dishonest or misleading about his wealth. The 62-building claim, if legitimate, would represent one of the largest individual real estate deals in recent memory, yet the article questions both the existence and financial logistics of the transaction, leaving Mayweather's credibility hanging in the balance. His legal response seems tailored to reinforce his standing not just as a sports legend, but also as a formidable entrepreneur.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old. And I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
Mayweather's rebuttal focuses on the article's perceived bias and the omission of what he calls concrete documentation. According to him, his legal team provided Insider Inc. with ample material proving the authenticity of the real estate claims. That documentation, he argues, was intentionally sidelined in favor of a more sensational narrative by emphasizing that this is his first such lawsuit against the media. Mayweather aims to highlight the seriousness of the matter. His insistence on defending his name suggests a broader strategy, positioning himself as a responsible businessman targeted by irresponsible journalism.
To build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not going to let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
no, okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded
Well,
yet.
everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if If that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami. You were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure for the end of the year,
Stephen A. Smith's commentary adds fuel to an already blazing controversy. He underscores the lack of transparency surrounding Mayweather's business operations, suggesting that public perception doesn't always match reality. While Smith doesn't outright discredit Mayweather's lawsuit, he hints that layers of complexity lie behind the flashy headlines and massive dollar signs. His skepticism stems from how often Mayweather's business ventures seem driven by optics rather than fundamentals. The implication here is that while Mayweather may present himself as a business mogul, the underpinnings of those ventures might not withstand close scrutiny.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind and get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to think about.
50 Cent's remarks hit hard, drawing attention to the missing evidence behind the real estate claim, rather than focus on defending his financial credibility with detailed contracts or bank documentation. Mayweather is leaning into legal threats. This strategy invites scrutiny. To critics like 50 Cent, the lawsuit is more of a smoky-ox screen than a legitimate grievance. It's framed as a power move meant to intimidate denters, rather than establish truth, and in a culture already skeptical of celebrity wealth narratives, these doubts resonate with an audience increasingly wary of what lies behind glamorous facades.
In the description where y'all can watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit lost in the Southern District of New York names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component to the reporter's work.
Mayweather's demeanor in interviews has often leaned toward nonchalance, but in moments of financial inquiry, that attitude shifts from confidence to ambiguity. His reluctance to offer hard numbers or specifics when confronted with bankruptcy rumors does little to extinguish the fire. Instead of clarifying the situation, he opens the door to further speculation. Public figures often rely on perception to maintain power, and when those perceptions begin to crack, the absence of transparency accelerates the unraveling.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if If that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now, Floyd Mayweather isn't the most articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, that does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you could file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13 to chapter 9, or whatever the case may be.
Mayweather's statements about having no tax liabilities stand in direct conflict with formal IRS action tax evasion or unpaid balances are serious allegations, particularly for a figure who prides himself on financial dominance. The contradiction here strikes at the heart of his personal brand, that of the untouchable mogul, if even the taxman is chasing him the myth of perfect financial control.